I haven't done an antenna update here at WX0V for a while, so let's take a look at a summary of the antennas that I currently use to be QRV on the amateur radio bands. The first antenna I ever installed here was this Hustler 6B TV, which actually started out as a 4B TV, then upgraded to a 5 and finally a 6B TV. Really don't use it for transmitting much these days, but I do use it for listening on the 160 meter band. Despite it being a vertical antenna, it is non-resonant and thus very low noise for top band receiving. Another antenna I use for receiving on 160 and 80 meters is the KK5JY loop on ground. You can't see it right now because it's buried in snow. Does the antenna work when it's covered in snow? The answer is definitely yes. As witnessed by 184 DXCC worked on 160 meters, most of those using this antenna. As long as I'm in the area, here is one of my 6-meter antennas. This is the M² 6 Mic 3, which is a 3-element Yagi supported by a Roan 9H50. It's up about 27, 28 feet or so, and it was installed in December of 2021 under conditions similar to what we have today. And this antenna has helped me achieve 76 DXCC on 6 meters, so about 24 away from DXCC. We'll see if it can take me the rest of the way. That, of course, along with the other 2 6-meter antennas I have. To keep the weight down, there's no antenna rotor on this, so I use an Armstrong method and turn it by hand. So far it's holding up. Someday it may come crashing down, but so far it's staying up there, so we'll see. Going from one end of the HF spectrum to another, here is the NE0U EZJ for 160 meters. This is my primary top band antenna. This is a folded monopole design with the apex at 78 feet, which makes it a very effective transmitting antenna for top band. The NE0U EZJ has 2 ground radials, both about 135 feet long. Missing from my last antenna update is my 80 meter dipole, which I elected to remove in favor of the NE0U EZJ 160 meter antenna. The support lines are still in place for it though. This is my second 160 meter antenna. This is the NE0U EZL. The apex of this antenna is 53 feet with the horizontal section extending into the QTH of George, WA0FSE. I primarily use the EZJ, but I keep this antenna in place as a backup, and it works as an effective receive antenna on both 80 meters and 40 meters. Again, non-resonance for receive. I'm filming the horizontal section on a different day because you cannot see it unless it is cloudy. The NE0U EZL has 2 ground radials, each about 133 foot long. A quick look at the antennas of WA0FSE. On the left is a DX Engineering 43-foot vertical. On the right is a 50-foot tower supporting a high-gain Explorer 14. A vital key to successful amateur radio operations from a suburban area is to have understanding neighbors. And I have the best neighbors on the planet, Scott and Nancy Albrecht. Want proof? They got me this t-shirt. This is my DX Engineering MBVE-2, which is a 33-foot vertical. When I installed it in November of 2008, it was the MBVE-1, the 43-foot version, but I trimmed it down to 33-foot because I use it exclusively on 30 and 40 meters only. The MBVE-2 has 50+ ground radials at various lengths. The most recent antenna to be installed here at WX0V, supported by this Roan 9H50 push-up mast, similar to my M² 6 Mic 3, is a 6-meter Moxon, and I got the design from KK6USY. Identically to the 6 Mic 3, there is no rotor on this antenna, and I use the same Armstrong method with a PVC pipe in the ground, and I just turn the Roan 9H50 by hand. The coax used here for all transmitting antennas is RG213, HyperFlex 10, or LMR 400. This antenna has been up since 2010, and it's my 80 meter WAR, which is W-A-R-E, NASCAR speak for wire, of course, and it's a full-size 80 meter quarter wave. It goes up into the supporting tree somewhere around 65 or 70 feet. I've never measured it. Now, despite how close it is to the tree, it's a very effective radiator on that band, and I'm very happy with this antenna. This is actually the second version of it. One version of it broke as the support line came loose, but it's been up for, gosh, 14 years now. Great antenna. As you can see, I rednecked in a support line to keep the war away from the tree. The 80-meter war has 8 ground radials, about 66 foot long each. I got these 2 neat can koozies in the mail today from one of my favorite YouTube producers. That's KB5MIQ Big Boy, David down in Texas, with his trusty sidekick and our hobby's #1 feline, Ham Radio Cat. I don't consume soda or beer, so I decided to put these up on the wall because they look pretty cool. 2 more antennas are on your screen. On top is a Mosley MP33NW, which was installed in October of 2022, replacing the Mosley TA33 Junior, which was installed in 2007. It's my primary high band antenna as it covers 10, 12, 15, 17, and 20 meters. It's at 24 feet. 3 feet below it at 21 feet is an Innov Antennas 4-element LFA for 6 meters, and that was installed in June of 2023. These 2 antennas are being supported by this Glenn Martin RT832 mini tower, which is no longer commercially available. However, there are alternatives out there, but you're probably not going to be paying the 2007 price that I paid of $300. You'll never work me on 2 meters, and this is why. Here is my Larson mag mount from the 1990s, placed on a piece of sheet metal in the incorrect polarization on my wall. The only 3 people I talk to on 2 meters is George, WA0FSC, Dawn, WX0Z, and her husband Dan, N0KFB. As long as they can hear me, I'm good on 2 meters. Actually, now that I think about it, one of my challenge slots was working WX0Z on 2 meters. Ha! My dummy load is the MFJ-264. For antenna selection, I use the WA4MCM RAAS-8A remote antenna switch, which I built in early 2024. And I'm revealing for the first time ever my secret weapon antenna, very effective on 10 meters. When you're using compromised antennas in a suburban area, a successful slugging match with K3LR probably isn't happening. But it doesn't mean you can't have some success. My antenna analyzer is a Rig Expert AA-55 Zoom. I went years before I bought an antenna analyzer, and I have no clue how I made it that long. This tool is so valuable, and I am very happy to have it.
United Tango 3 Quebec. Okay, United Tango 3 Quebec Uniform 5 and 9, thank you.
Whiskey X-Ray 0 Victoria.
Echo. Nancy 9 Echo Echo. Nancy 9 Echo Echo, is that okay? Negative, QRZ.
Whiskey X-Ray 0 Victoria.
3. Alpha Sierra Uniform 5 and 9. Thank you, 73.
Whiskey X-Ray 0 Victoria. Whiskey X-Ray 0 Victoria.
Kilo Fox 8. Okay, Kilo Delta 8 Bravo X-Ray Echo, is that okay? Thank you, 73.
Whiskey X-Ray 0 Victoria.
Kilo Victor 2 Charlie Sierra Golf 5 and 9. That is Charlie Sierra Golf. Again, number 2 again. Ok, Italia Kilo 5, Papa Whiskey Echo, ciao, 5-9. Okay, 2 more calls, Hotel Victor 0 America, 5 to 10 up.
Whiskey X-Ray 0 Victoria.
Okay, W2 WFJ 5 and 9. 73.
Whiskey X-ray 0 Victoria.
Alpha ending Alpha. Okay, Charlie Uniform 7 Alpha Alpha 5 and 9. 73.
Whiskey X-ray 0 Victoria.
Who's ending Victoria? Ending Victoria.
Whiskey X-ray 0 Victoria.
Whiskey X-ray 0 Victor 5 and 9.
Thanks for a new one, 5973.
73.
So that's my antenna update as of December of 2024. Thank you very much for watching in 73 from Whiskey X-ray 0 Victoria. Stay away from my antennas, you little shits.